Hello people, today I'm going to talk about the topic which is how did you find your God? Or it can be paraphrased in another way. Why do you think this religion is right? Why do you think that is your God? Or why do you think that is as a truth? It can be paraphrased in different ways. But let's deep down detailed information we should be thinking while we are going to accept the truth if we are really interested in. If you are agnostic, why you are agnostic? If you are Muslim, why you are Muslim? If you are Christian, why you are Christian? If you are Hinduist, why you are Hinduist? So etc. It can be whatever kind of religion. But before I start my content, I am going to inform that while my video, I am not going to criticize or abuse none of the information or example of a person. I'm not going to criticize and I'm not going to abuse any person or God or gods or whoever. So let's continue. How did you find your God? The thing about it, are you a person, for example, if you are a Muslim or if you are a Christian, whoever, if you are a Muslim, think, are you a Muslim because of your parents Muslim, or are you a Christian because of your parents Christian or your environment Christian? Think about that. Or you think that's actually real truth? Think. Just don't be a blind believer. Don't be a blind believer. Just be a truth believer. Don't be a blind believer. What I'm going to say by blind believer, don't follow just because your environment is like that. Because your environment says it's so. No, it can't be wrong. If you are thinking like that, you are on the wrong track. So, how we should be while accepting the truth, or if we are going to find which religion is right, or does it actually exist any creator if you think like that? If you are arrogant, not if you are agnostic or atheist. Atheist, yeah. How we should be while accepting the truth, or we are seeking the truth, or we are going to find the truth, we should be neutral. Being neutral is extremely important. You shouldn't be arrogant, you shouldn't be fanatic, or you shouldn't be emotional. For example, if you are arrogant, whoever brings the truth, even if it's fact, you will just ignore it because you are arrogant. Inside knows, your inner self knows that is the truth, but you are arrogant, so therefore you don't want to accept it. So don't be arrogant while seeking the truth. So next one, logical. Be logical. Don't be fanatic or emotional. That's one of the important criteria while seeking the truth, or God, or whatever. Be logical, not fanatic, not emotional. Let's imagine there is a saying that if one person can create creature, for example, a person can create a fly, a person can create a tiger, a person can resurrect a died animal, a person can resurrect people, let's say. Is it actually possible? Does it sound truth to you? Okay, let's say even if it's possible, what kind of factors they are considering, what kind of information people are considering while believing that info or data. So, be critical. Be critical. While you are talking or while you are doing arguments with the people, be critical. Why they think that is a truth, or be critical for yourself too, for your statement too, for your position. Ask the questions. Any kind of question. Just think. Why am I in this position? Why am I Muslim? Why am I Christian? Ask these kind of questions because it triggers what's inside your mind. You should ask the questions: Why am I like that, or what? Why am I in this position, etc. So be a critical. While they are people brings their facts, their statements, their arguments. Be a critical. Why they think so? Are they being emotional? For example, if somebody says man can give a birth to a child, what kind of mindset is that? If they are thinking, if God wants, man can give a birth to a child, do you really think it's impossible? Because there are specific rules which doesn't change. Never. No matter what, it doesn't change. Because it is a rule. There are some rules which could change, but there are rules also that never change. No matter what, it's not going to change. For example, which I have given recently, just gave an example. Some people say, if God wants, a man can give a birth to a child. No, never. It's impossible because it's a rule. Man never cannot give a birth to a child. But there are exceptions while considering the facts, or not facts, I mean the data. For example, is this information science-based? I ask, is this information what I have heard or what I have just read, is it science-based, or is it a fact actually? Or is it evidence or prediction, assumption? Give this kind of questions. So, however, consider the abstract yet possible data or info. For example, nobody can say there are aliens. Or nobody can say there are not aliens, or there are aliens. Even if you are saying there exists aliens, or it doesn't exist aliens, think you cannot do like that. Or you can be whatever kind of position, but you cannot prove it. But it might be possible. It might be impossible. For example, there couldn't be aliens too. It's also a possible statement. Another possible statement is also there could be also aliens too. These both statements are valid because nobody has proven both statements. So there are also things, for example, which are not discovered by science. Things or places could be, those are not discovered by science, by scientists. So those informations could be valid as long as you are being neutral, logical, critical, etc. You shouldn't be arrogant, fanatic, or emotional. But some things can be, emotion can be exception. For example, while the discrimination or etc., it can be emotion, can be exception in specific cases. I'm not going to reveal which kind of cases, but think about that. What kind of cases can be considered as emotional? So, however, consider the abstract yet possible data or info. I gave an example of the aliens too. That can be possible. So, if you are arrogant or atheist, just you want to win the argument. If you want to win the argument, just ask them a proof. Whatever kind of statement is that, ask them a proof continuously if you are just going to win the argument. But yet, while being a neutral or critical, those factors are extremely important. So think about that. So thank you very much for watching my videos. By the way, all those informations are the filters. For example, while those are filters, being neutral is a filter. There is, let's imagine, there is a floor. You are filtering the floor, you know? You are filtering the floor through these things. There has to be neutral, logical, critical. Truth has to be filtered, you know. Any kind of information has to be filtered. If it can pass through the filter, then it could be credible. That information can be credible, you know. Be neutral, logical, critical. Don't be arrogant, fanatic, emotional. Don't take the information who are arrogant or people who are fanatically just giving their statements or emotional. So these things should be our filters. So these are my points, these are my filters. What do you think? What kind of filters or how we should be? What kind of filters should be addition here? What do you think? Or what do you think how a person should be? Or how a person should be while seeking the truth, if a person wants to find the truth? So, comment down below how we should be or shouldn't be. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched till the end, if you are interested in, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button also. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.